Welcome to In Our Mom's Basement Video Game Podcast, where we talk about everything video games with your host, Dan Giofue and Rage Quit Pat.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to In Our Mom's Basement, episode
68.
Going down today. Today, we're going to be talking about some E3 predictions as well as some Mortal Kombat. Before we get into that, I'm your host, Dan the Pizza Man. With me is Rage Quit Pat. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, how you doing, buddy? I mean, also, you could listen to this monumental 70th episode on all of our podcasting platforms. Just go to innermomsbasement.com. We're on iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, all that fun stuff. But everything's good. It's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. So, yeah, very excited. And as you said, Mortal Kombat is coming out tomorrow. So, really amped up about that.
Oh, yeah, man. I can't wait for that Mortal Kombat. Got my movie tickets. I know you got your movie tickets. I'm ready to watch it. It's going to be on HBO Max. For anyone who else is going to watch it, if you're going to watch it, let us know, because we're going to be talking about this a little bit right now, right? This is the plan. We're going to be talking about some Mortal Kombat, what we want to see.
Yeah, we're kicking off. I mean, there was only one. I mean, they did release a 7-minute opener, which I avoided. I do not want to see any opening to the movie because I want to enjoy the movie when I go there. So I ignored it. They only released one trailer, which I was kind of surprised and not surprised at the same time. Obviously, everything with COVID, who knows how they're editing and stuff like that. But, the trailer's awesome. I just wonder, I have my theories on that Cole character. I want to hear your theories really quickly. My theory is that he is some sort of descendant of Scorpion because Sub-Zero is kind of chasing him through the movie. You get one of those bits where he's looking in the mirror and it kind of flashes and it looks like Scorpion. You see the flames and the yellow. And when he's in that martial arts fight in the ring, he's taped up. His tape is yellow. So that's my theory on who he is. I think he's a descendant of Scorpion. Do you have any theories on him? Or
I mean, that's a really good one, man. I really haven't really thought too much into it, to be honest. I've been just trying to sit down and wait patiently for the actual movie to come out, but it definitely just got me thinking, and you know what? Being an Ascendant doesn't sound too far off in the way it looks, at least.
Yeah, I'm very excited. A lot of great characters in there. Liu Kang, Kung Lao, of course, Scorpion, Sub-Zero. You can't have a Mortal Kombat movie without them. Raiden, Shang Tsung. I mean, it's a great cast, great lineup. Sonya, Jax. I mean, the list goes on.
Oh yeah.
The only one I'm really surprised that is not there, maybe he'll be a surprise, is Johnny Cage. So that's someone I'm really surprised. He's obviously the OG of Mortal Kombat, so I'm really shocked that he's not in it, but it could be a surprise.
No, I think Johnny Cage has to be in it.
Yeah.
He's one of the bigger characters. I mean, at least for me, he is. And another thing I got to say from just watching this, dude. First of all, the CGI is a whole new level now compared to the other ones that were made. This one looks a lot better.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. If you go back and watch the one in 1995, at least, for me, it's cheesy, but it's a fun cheesy. It's such a 90s classic nostalgia movie. Mortal Kombat Annihilation, on the other hand, that's a tough watch. That one is pure shit. So I actually tried to watch it recently, and it was extremely difficult to watch. So,
yeah. Also watching Scorpion in there, get over here. I wasn't too sure how I felt about that, like the voice, it kind of threw me off a bit,
Yeah, I know. We're so used to hearing the cool video game voice, like, get over here. It's a little bit somewhat real. I guess the realism a little bit, but I'm excited. I can't wait for that fight. And, some of the early reviews have said that fans of the games are going to love the movie. So, I'm all in on it.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm super excited for it, dude. I cannot wait, dude. I know we've been talking a lot about it here, and I also read that if this one goes well, I mean they already have plans for continuing it for more rated R too.
Yeah,
so I'm really hyped.
Yeah, the actor who plays Sub-Zero said he signed for 4 movies. I mean, and I think some of the theaters have bumped up their capacity. I know some more movie theaters have opened up as well. I think HBO Max, I believe they get some sort of revenue with the ratings, I suppose. I don't know how that works, to be honest, but I think it'll do well. Again, this has been highly anticipated for a very long time. There was about 11 years ago, 2010-ish, they came out with that 7-minute trailer on YouTube. And then they had that Mortal Kombat Legacy series that ran for 2 seasons. So the hype has been there for a very long time. And I know a lot of the fans have been asking for a rated R Mortal Kombat. We're finally getting it. We're going to see fatalities. So I think it's going to do very well. I think it'll do well.
I expect it to be bloody, brutal.
Yeah.
All the works.
That Red Band trailer is the most watched Red Band trailer. Beat out Deadpool.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty dope, though.
Yeah.
All right. So it's fun, man. I can't wait for Mortal Kombat. I mean, there's not too much to it. All we saw was a trailer, and then I guess now we're gonna wait for the actual movie, and then next podcast maybe we could touch base on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now to jump into the to jump into the main topic today, E3 is right around the corner, and I think we're just gonna throw our predictions out. We're gonna go down the line here. We got a few companies coming in, a few companies not joining. Same thing as last year. Sony won't be there. EA won't be there this year. And, of course, Xbox is probably going to be headlining it. Actually, maybe Nintendo. Who knows? So where do you want to start off with this?
So, very exciting that we're getting a digital E3, first and foremost. Obviously, of course, it would have been more exciting if they actually had the event and they had people there. That would have been exciting, but obviously things with COVID and stuff like that. I think by 2022, we'll get a full experienced E3. But this year we're getting a digital event, which is fine because I feel that you and I were kind of, maybe you could correct me, but I feel like it was kind of disappointing last year when they had the different, videos and things like that on different days. Like one day we had Xbox and then a month later we had Sony. And it was kind of disappointing. So I think this year with the digital E3, I think it's very exciting.
I think that this year is actually going to be a big year, for E3, just because, first of all, we got our new gens out. So I'm expecting some heavy hitters. And, this being all digital now, I think there's a little bit more effort put into how everything is going to be put. I mean, hopefully, and, we got some good companies going up there. We got some companies that really haven't really took place with their own stage, like Take-Two. It's coming in, and I'm really excited to see where all this goes.
Take-Two Interactive, Ubisoft, Square Enix, Xbox, Nintendo. The ones that aren't participating are PlayStation and EA, but we'll get onto those. Do you want to start with those real quick? You want to go with the non-participations real quick? So Sony, again, is missing E3, which is, I guess, kind of surprising since it's a digital event. We would figured a digital event, maybe they would participate.
I think they're not going to come back just because they had their digital event, or I guess not really a digital event, or whatever the event they did with all that walking crap. So I think they're going to keep on their own for now on. I think for them that they can make it longer if they want. They could do more things with it. I think they're just going to stay their own route just because they probably feel a lot more comfortable doing that now. And I didn't even like that showcase that much. I mean, they showed some good gameplay, but just the way they planned it out, I wasn't a huge fan.
Yeah, the last state of play definitely wasn't something to write home about. It was a lot of indie games that looked good, but again, there wasn't that one hardcore game that a lot of the PlayStation fans were excited to see. Obviously, the last digital event before COVID was God of War was going to be released this year. Highly doubt it this time. I'm surprised they actually haven't announced that it's been delayed at this point, but I think whenever they have their digital event, whenever that is, I'm sure it'll probably be after E3. They'll probably make those announcements for the hardcore games like the new Horizon, God of War, whatever else PlayStation's working on. But anyway, June, they have a big release anyway. They have Ratchet and Clank. So they have that at least coming out in June 11th, my birthday to be exact. But, I think PlayStation, like you said, I agree with you. I think that PS5 is now available, so they will have their own separate event and promote PlayStation 5 much more with their heavy hitters, their next event. And I think they've kind of moved on from E3 as well, which is unfortunate.
I also read something, I forgot who said it from Sony, but they said this is the year where we're going to see the most PlayStation 5 exclusives come out. So, I mean, when I think that, I think about they're going to drop a shit ton of Sony exclusives this year. So, I mean, that's good, and now something to look forward to for their next State of Play.
Yeah, we got to hope, right? Because if we look at the game releases, and I know on our podcast we always used to do like game releases and highlight what's coming out next month. I mean, besides May, we got Resident Evil 8, we have the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. In June, we have Ratchet and Clank. After that, it's nothing. Like, there's no rumored holiday release besides Halo, which we'll get into. But as far as like Sony goes or anything else,
got to turn off the alerts. But downright, thanks for the sub, brother. Much appreciated. That's my fault. I forgot to turn off the alerts.
No, it's all right. It's happened. It's happened. But yeah, what I was saying was we have nothing for holiday right now. We have nothing July, August, September. There's really nothing coming out. So hopefully we can get some more clarity whenever Sony has their conference. But one conference I could care less that's not there is EA. I mean...
Nope. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Battlefield's supposed to be this year. And I'm excited, all right? I want to see more Battlefield.
See, that's fine, but Battlefield 5 was such a disappointment. I don't know if I'm excited about that series anymore. After Battlefield 4, we've got an influx of disappointing Battlefield games.
Yeah.
So we had, the Cops and Robbers one, which I thought was boring.
You know what? I enjoyed it a little bit. I did enjoy it a little bit. I enjoyed the story for sure. And then you got to drive around on that sofa in the multiplayer.
Yeah, it was okay.
It had some fun moments.
Yeah, it was okay, but it wasn't anything to write home about. Battlefield 1 was fun for a little while, but Battlefield 5 definitely was a huge disappointment in my opinion. But, hopefully they could get their skin back in the game. I mean, there's definitely some shooters that have stepped up. Of course, Call of Duty, the Warzone mode has pretty much been a huge step in the Battle Royale mode. Of course, Black Ops Zombies has been fantastic. The Outbreak mode is tons of fun. And then you have Rainbow Six, which has turned into the first-person shooter of League of Legends at this rate. But you see these shooters are starting to step up a little bit. But
I don't want to go too much with EA, but there's some there's some good things coming out of EA, and you know what? Battlefield's one of them. And then they have quite a few indies under them that I think we're going to see. And then they also talked about the new Star Wars game that's in the making. So maybe we will see some stuff.
So you know what you're saying, right? You're talking about EA's conference. This is what EA does. EA will get you excited about something. You'll watch the conference. They'll kick it off with Battlefield. So you're excited. Then after that, you'll go into that mobile game that they were showcasing on stage.
Yeah, I played it.
Yeah, I'm fine with no EA. EA is a disaster.
Yeah,
their EA play last year was a disaster, so we're good. We're good. No EA. I'm fine.
Yeah. I agree. Actually, I've been playing Battlefield lately with Brian. I'm playing 4 again, which has been fun. But EA conferences have not. I don't think they've ever really been good. So I'm at the point of my life. I was like, oh, it's just fucking EA. Who cares?
A long time ago, but pretty much EA has turned into obviously just more about obviously the money, and they could care less about the community. So that's pretty much what they've turned into.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But let's move on to the studios and the developers that are going to be there. So we'll go with we'll start with Xbox. What do you think besides
Halo? Big heavy hitter.
Yeah, we'll start with the heavy hitter. We'll start with Xbox. Of course, we foresee they'll probably show off Halo, right? Obviously Halo was supposed to release last year, but they pushed it back after the backlash that they got during their conference last year of the graphics and everything like that. So it is expected to come out this year. Do you think Halo will come out? Do you definitely think Halo will come out this year, or do you foresee it being pushed back again? How do you feel about it?
Well, I believe I'm about 90% sure we're definitely going to see a new trailer for Halo. Graphic updates, maybe some new features for Halo. Well, release date, that's going to be a tough one. Especially how the years has been with everything being shut down, reopening, shut down, people getting laid off and stuff. So Halo hitting this year, it's going to be a hard one. It's going to be a tough one, but I don't think it's going to be this year.
I'm hoping it's this year because, again, as we stated before, there's really not too many games that have coming out holiday. Games are getting pushed back a lot as of late. This is the year of pushback, it seems, and backlog. So if you have a backlog, I'd highly recommend getting to it now. But I think we have to have Halo this year at this rate. I think they should buckle down. Obviously, don't pull a Cyberpunk and feel pressured to get the game out. But I definitely do think it would be beneficial for Xbox to get that main exclusive out this year because, again, we don't know when the next Fable is coming out. I think we project 2022, 2023. And 23. What other... You think 23? Yeah, I believe that too, right around that time frame. We don't... And, of course, we could probably expect a new Forza as well. But what else could we really anticipate for Xbox? They always have some surprises.
I think we might see a little sneak peek of Fable. Don't get me wrong. I think it's in the cards. But I also think that they might show Elder Scrolls 6. I think we might see something. Now that Bethesda's Microsoft, I think we might see some Elder Scrolls.
That's a very good. I mean, that's a possible prediction. Again, we just want to clarify these are our predictions here. Definitely. I mean, we're naming the studios that are going to be there, but these are our predictions. But that is a very good one. Again, the Bethesda purchase and everything, we could see some Bethesda games on stage for the Xbox conference as well. Xbox always has some good surprises, right? Sometimes it could be good surprises. Sometimes it could be stinkers, but I think Halo should be number one priority for them. Obviously, I think we'll get that, right off the bat. And yeah, I think Bethesda is a good one there. There's also that Starfield game that Bethesda is coming out with. So I wonder if we'll see that. I wonder if that will make some sort of appearance on the Xbox stage as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. And I probably would see Perfect Dark. Well, I see some Perfect Dark.
Yes, that's right. I forgot about Perfect Dark. I forgot. It's a good reminder. I definitely would love to see some more Perfect Dark. That's a series that I'm happy is back as well, and I want to see more of as well. Definitely.
Oh, what else do we have? Well, of course, they're going to show their Sea of Thieves. I mean, they're probably going to have a new DLC for Sea of Thieves.
Or State of Decay 3. Let's not.
State of Decay 3.
State of Decay 3 was also announced last year. I believe it was supposed to come out this year. Hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe. We have Back 4 Blood as well, so we'll have, if that comes out this year, we'll have 2 zombie games.
When did State of Decay 2 come out? Was it like 2 years ago?
I want to say
2018.
Was it 2018?
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we're kind of overdue for one, but I think if it comes out, it's probably going to be next year.
Yeah. That's not too bad. Or hopefully this year, like I said, we need some games. Games are getting pushed back. We don't really have much, but do you think what Xbox will do as well? They will talk about their specs for the Series X and the Series S. And Game Pass. Don't forget that. I wonder what announcements they'll have for Game Pass.
Kind of, I think with Game Pass is going to be one of their key things they're going to be talking about for this. And, it only makes sense. And then there's been rumors that, Microsoft and Sega is sparking up a deal. So maybe Sega games are coming to Game Pass. We don't know. But, it is a rumor, of course, and it's definitely possible. So if that's the case, that could be a huge Game Pass winner right there.
And if you're an Xbox owner and you do not have Game Pass, or even like a Windows, if you have Windows and you don't have Game Pass, you're doing yourself a disservice because what Game Pass has evolved into is insane. It's almost like a must-have at this point, right? I mean, you have the Bethesda exclusives, you have Xbox games day one, and if you're a baseball fan, you have, which used to be a Sony exclusive, you have MLB The Show. I mean,
bro, it's not even only Xbox games now. Like even Outriders, a fucking Square Enix game.
Yeah.
So I think we might also see some Fallout. New updates. I'm thinking Bethesda, Xbox now. So I'm assuming they're going to be falling under the same category. So maybe some Fallout, maybe some Deathloop.
Yeah, hopefully Deathloop got pushed back.
Yeah, it did, but the game looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I mean, I always usually get excited for Xbox again. They usually have some good surprises, sometimes bad, but I think this year will be good.
And of course, can't forget they're going to show a shit ton of indie games. They always do.
Yeah,
they're always there.
Yeah, they're big. They're big on their indie games.
I think that they're going to talk about some of their new Xbox features that's been happening with the software changes with audio bypass and the new quick resume features they have. So I think they might even announce some new stuff coming out because they've been rocking a lot of updates. I think they're definitely going to be talking about the Xbox. What the fuck is that? Cloud X.
Yeah,
they're going to be talking about that for sure because I think it dropped on iPhones today, or was it yesterday? But it just dropped recently.
I didn't even see.
And then, do you think we're going to get any kind of new hardware as far as maybe a new Elite controller or maybe, God bless, VR or anything?
Maybe. I think, didn't they just have a new Elite controller recently? Or
that was a few years ago.
A few years ago? Maybe. I know they're big on their controllers and things like that. So that's a possibility. They might show off some hardware.
Yeah, I stopped hoping for VR. Every year we do this, I'm like, hey, this is the year for the VR. This is the year for the VR. And it never happens. So yeah, I'm done with it.
But that's Xbox. Do we have anything more to add for Xbox, or should we press forward?
Well, no. My next, no, I'm good.
Okay, so we'll go to the studios here, the developing studios here, because we could kind of run by these quick here. So we'll start with Ubisoft, of course. We were supposed to have Far Cry 6 by now, but that has been delayed. So we expect Ubisoft to probably show off some more Far Cry 6. And another one, Rainbow Six Parasite. Are we finally, there was the name change to Parasite. It's no more Quarantine. Are we going to get a trailer, some gameplay of that possibly this time around? And then what's going on with Skull and Bones and Beyond Good and Evil 2, right? And could we get a surprise from Ubisoft? Will we see Splinter Cell? What do you think? That's some of my hopefulness there.
Well, I think that we're definitely going to see Parasite. 100% for sure. We're definitely going to see some Parasite. Recently they did a preview alpha, so we don't really know much what happened inside game. But I think after all that footage, they probably have to collect something, make a new trailer, show some gameplay off. We might even get an open beta. I believe they have an open beta planned. So hopefully we get an open beta this year, which I'm really hoping, unless if they announced it, which I don't think they did, but definitely open beta this year.
I hope so. I've heard that rumblings as well, open beta and stuff like that. So I do hope that as well, because obviously we had that Rainbow Six mode in Siege, which was a lot of fun, and I think they kind of wanted to continue that. So I think that would be good for them to show off. And again, Far Cry 6, which looks good. I like the villain. He's in that TV show, right? That you used to watch. The main villain.
And they also did apparently there was a leak with Parasite where they dropped it on a PlayStation Store recently, this month actually, and it was about 22 gig download. So I think we might be closer to an open beta than if anything.
Yeah. And I want to also ask you, Skull and Bones, they announced it. The game looked good, but we have not, I think this game's been pushed back.
I thought that game got canned.
No, it was announced in 2017. It was supposed to come out 2018. So here is what I'm reading right now on it really quick. It remains unclear what this new vision involves, though there has been rumors that Ubisoft's looking to introduce more live game elements, and we still don't know an exact release date. So, this game was announced 4 years and it's been pushed back ridiculous amount of time. So I wonder if you're right. Maybe it might get canned.
I really thought it got canned. Oh my God.
It's still, because Skull and Bones, right, I think was going off of how good Assassin's Creed 4, Navy battles were. So I think they wanted to feed off that and create a separate game. But it's just,
Oh,
it's
okay.
been pushed
Actually, yeah, I'm reading the update from Ubisoft on their website. They said that, obviously, thanks for their patience, and, they can't wait to show us their comeback this year. So apparently, we could probably definitely see some Crossbones, Skull and Bones at E3 if they're saying that this is the year for their comeback.
Thank you for your patience. I think we've been patient for 4 years. So
I fucking forgot about the game. Like,
a lot. 4 years, and then we have Beyond Good and Evil 2, which we have seen, all these trailers and stuff like that. But again, nothing.
Dude, yeah, that game looks so. I was a big fan of the older game.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I hope to see something. Damn, Ubisoft has been slacking a little bit on their, not so excited titles. Of course, they could pump out their Watch Dogs, their Assassin's Creed, and they'll sell a million copies, and they'll get it done quick. But, where are the games that were announced 4 years ago? Come on, guys.
I want to see Splinter Cell. I've been waiting for a Splinter Cell game for a very long time, ever since the last one came out on 360, which was Blacklist, which was a lot of fun. But no, supposedly they're working on it, so hopefully we see it this year. Yeah. Fingers crossed we see Splinter Cell.
I hear that a lot. We're working on this, working on that.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Take-Two. Take-Two Interactive. Obviously they've never really done something like this. We don't really. I don't think so. I think we get a release date on the upgraded version of GTA 5 for Series X and PlayStation 5. We're not going to see any.
Take-Two. I'm following it under Rockstar. Okay. Maybe they're using Take-Two as a cover, but you gotta think about that. You got GTA, the Mafia, LA Noire, Max Payne, and apparently they're working on a new IP. So one for sure, we're probably gonna see the new IP. Mm-hmm. But
I would hope so.
We are long overdue for GTA 6. We're long overdue for. Apparently, there's a couple of games, prequels and sequels they're making. So maybe an LA Noire, maybe a Max Payne,
Bully. Maybe Bully. We've been waiting for.
Fuck, I forgot about Bully, but yeah, Bully.
Bully. One thing.
Probably a Mafia too, because the Mafia did pretty good.
What about BioShock? There's that BioShock 4 is also anticipated to be getting announced soon. Obviously, they're working on that phenomenal series, so I'm excited if they announce BioShock. I know this game we're super excited for is maybe we'll get some WWE 2K22 gameplay after the debacle of 2K20, and they took a year off. So I wonder if we'll get some WWE gameplay, and hopefully it's actually a good game.
I hope so, man, because 2K has been doing terrible with the wrestling games.
Everything,
absolutely,
even basketball.
Terrible.
Basketball's been terrible too. So 2K's been on a shitstorm with a lot of their games as far as sports goes. But
wait for a good WWE game. I miss it, man. Was it THQ? Where's THQ at?
Yeah, please, THQ, come back, save the series. Let's jump to Warner Brothers, who's also going to be there. Gotham Knights, unfortunately, got pushed back, which I was really excited for.
Squad.
Yes, Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. What a title! I mean, that title alone.
I guess since we're talking about WB, is this the year where Microsoft buys WB?
I mean, that would be insane too, right?
It's been a rumor for so long.
Yeah, I mean, that would be insane, right?
Just imagine Suicide Squad and Gotham Knights being fucking Xbox Game Pass. How big will that be?
I mean, the Bethesda deal was completely insane. So if they get WB, I mean, that just adds on to their repertoire of amazing titles on Game Pass. But I want to ask, I mean, we're both fans of Harry Potter. Hogwarts Legacy, got pushed. That's another game that got pushed back. Hopefully we could get some gameplay, maybe a release date, hopefully, because I'm super excited to go to Hogwarts. I can't wait for a Harry Potter RPG. I hope when I put on that sorting hat, he puts me in Slytherin, and I can't wait.
Well, I don't want no damn trailer again, all right? I want actual gameplay.
I agree.
That's what we need. You're going to delay a game. It's delayed, right? Did they say when?
Next year.
Okay. All right, fantastic.
Next year.
You delay a game, at least give us like a little bit of juice to keep us going. A little bit of gameplay. Let's see a little bit of detail, some features. Fine, you don't want to show anything, tell us about it. Tell us some features that would be part of the game. I mean, that's what we really want to know.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I would love to see some gameplay too, not a trailer, especially for all these. I think Gotham Knights, we got a some gameplay. Suicide Squad, we didn't get any gameplay as a trailer. I 100% agree with you. I'd love to see trailers of these games rather than these CG trailers and stuff like that. I want to see actual gameplay to get excited because, again, 2021 very well might be like 2020. There might not be that many heavy hitter games, right? Because everything's getting pushed back to 2022. So we need something to get excited for. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully these studios have some sort of gameplay.
Oh, I agree.
Anything else you want to add on WB?
No, I don't. But you know, I was reading something on Twitter today where people were like, at this E3, we want Keanu Reeves to come out and apologize for Cyberpunk.
No, Mike. See, really quickly, I feel bad for the people who had an Xbox One X and a PlayStation 4 Pro and anything lower that got to play Cyberpunk. I feel for you guys. I do. Because Dan played it on PC. He had no issues.
Fucking love the game.
I played it on PS5. I had like some crashes, but the game was fucking awesome. The game was a phenomenal game. I really loved the story. I loved everything about the game. So again, it just sucks what happened, but Keanu Reeves doesn't need to apologize. He needs to make John Wick 4. He needs to make John Wick 4.
Fucking Matrix. Let's go. That's what we want.
We'll go through Square Enix real quick because I know we're not the biggest Square fans. Some things we could probably expect. The new Life is Strange game. Also, the Black Panther expansion pack that's due to come out. And maybe for those Final Fantasy VII fans, maybe you'll get Final Fantasy Remake Part 2. And Diego could jump for joy and be happy, one of our good buddies. So hopefully we'll see there. But again, do you have anything for Square? Because I know we don't really play too many Square games.
We're probably going to see some new Outrider DLC. So that we could probably see. And then maybe they'll announce Marvel Avengers 2. Might as well just scrap the old one and remake it.
Oh my God. Well, the Black Panther, so you're saying screw the Black Panther DLC, just scrap it and just make another.
A game, like, I enjoyed it for the most part. But after all those bugs and glitches, I just stopped playing. I couldn't get back into it. So if they make a new game, then I'll be on board again.
Couple other games, a couple other studios that are going to be there. Capcom, Konami, anything from those studios. I mean, for me, hopefully Konami will finally announce a Silent Hill game. Hopefully Capcom announces some heavy hitters as well. Obviously, we got Resident Evil 8 coming out. So hopefully maybe another Street Fighter, maybe a couple other games. Did you see really quickly? Did you see the House of the Dead remake that's coming out on Switch? Yes, I can't wait.
I cannot wait, dude. I fucking love House of the Dead.
I'm super excited. I didn't mean to go off topic, and also Star Wars KOTOR is also getting a remake being worked on. So, I mean, bring on the remakes. I'm super excited. But let's go on to Nintendo. Obviously, Nintendo had their event. They had a couple announcements. Splatoon 3. I know the new Mario their golf game is coming out.
Pokemon. Pokemon Snap.
That's coming out soon, isn't it?
It's coming out soon. I think it's this month, actually. If Dylan always reminded me every fucking day, Pokemon Snap is coming out this month, I believe.
What else of course, people are anticipating, obviously Skyward Sword remake is coming out on Switch. I know Zelda fans have been dying to see some gameplay for Breath of the Wild 2. Their last event, Nintendo rumored that they said that they are working on it. Maybe, new Smash characters, of course.
Maybe they'll announce if Mario's actually dead or not. Who knows?
I want another Mario Odyssey. That's what I want. Mario Odyssey
that was a fun game. I love that game.
It was a really fun game. That's one of my favorite Mario 3D games. It was tons of fun. So I hope to see another heavy hitter like that. But a new Smash character you could always expect at a Nintendo event. It's like clockwork. They're always doing a boom, 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 a new character. So, but also Splatoon 3.
Oh yeah, we forgot about Knockout City for Ubisoft.
Knockout City. Yeah, Knockout City.
That's a fun game, bro. That's a fun game.
Splatoon 3 is something they announced as well. I wonder if we'll probably get some gameplay of that. I'm trying to think what else Nintendo could possibly.
Metroid Prime.
Yes. Absolutely right. We know they're working on a new Metroid game, but they have not announced anything on it yet. I wonder if we'll finally get gameplay for that, and the fans would be super excited for that. What do you think?
I think everybody has been asking for it every year, basically. So I think they'll show something. I mean, are they going to do a big like they do on their Treehouse? I don't know. But everybody's looking for that Metroid Prime now. Everyone wants a 4.
Yeah, everyone's been dying for 4 like crazy as well. And I'm just kind of, what about a new Mario Kart? That would be awesome too. A new Mario Kart, because the Mario Kart that we got here was just a port from the Wii U. Yes, it's one of their top.
Yeah, I prefer a new Mario Party.
Yeah, that new Mario Party was kind of whatever.
Oh, definitely an Animal Crossing update for sure.
Yeah, another good point as well. New Animal Crossing, but I definitely would love to see a new Mario Kart, because again, it was just a port, wasn't a new game. But again, I know it's one of their top-selling games. I understand that, but I think a new one should be on the horizon. I know. What about, here's a game. How about this one, Dan? This is a fucking classic. Super Monkey Ball.
Oh, dude, I haven't played Super Monkey Balls in fucking ever.
We need Monkey Ball back in our lives. What a wonderful game that was. I love that game.
I still got them, man. That was a fun game.
Are you selling me your PlayStation 2 or?
No.
All right. If anybody for our live audience here, if anybody has a PlayStation 2 that they're looking to sell, I would like to buy it. Or if anyone's listening on our audio version, of our podcast, I'm in the market for a PlayStation 2, please.
Now, do you think that we're going to see a new Switch console, maybe a Pro version?
I do believe so. I think that's been long awaited. I think Nintendo will probably announce it at the Treehouse event at E3, and it'll be a holiday release. I probably will not upgrade because I won't say my Switch is collecting dust, but I don't really play the Switch as often as I would play Xbox or PlayStation, so I have really no need to upgrade. But I think it's a good time for them to upgrade their Switch, and I think they're going to. It'll be smart for them to do it as well.
Yeah, I mean, they did Switch, a light. Now it's time to get a little bit more hefty boy. Because I would like a better battery, more power, better screen resolution than 720. I think it's definitely possible. How would you feel if games were 4K ready? I mean, wouldn't that be awesome? On handhelds? No. Yeah. You don't think so? No. I mean, that would be fucking insane, but I don't think Nintendo's at that level yet. And, of course, a new controller design as well could be in the source because of obviously the drifting issues with their controllers. Maybe they'll make a new controller with their Joy-Cons, maybe update it a little bit as well. Yeah, the new Joy-Cons seem to be better, though. I haven't had any issues with my new Joy-Cons. Yeah. And the only reason, and also I agree with, I know we talked about it before, but Metroid, I think we'll see Metroid also because this year is also the 25th anniversary of Metroid Prime, so I think it's way overdue. It's the year, boys. I guess another big thing to talk about here is, there's been a lot of Nintendo and Microsoft talk happening. Some people think Game Pass is going to Nintendo, but that seems a little foolish. I think that Microsoft is helping Nintendo with their own Nintendo Game Pass, let's say. Do you think there's going to be any partnerships going on between these guys? I don't think that I don't think Game Pass will be on Switch. I agree with you. I think that would be definitely very foolish. I agree with you on that. I mean, what would be the point? I do believe Nintendo could come out with their own Game Pass. I mean, I do like Nintendo's eShop with Super Nintendo games and kind of their older games that we get. And Nintendo doesn't really pump out as much exclusives as, Sony, let's say, does. But I think a Nintendo Game Pass would be cool. But I don't think Nintendo will do it, though. But I think it would be cool. But I just don't. I don't foresee Nintendo doing something like that. And if they do, they won't do it with their heavy hitters like Mario, Pokemon. I think they will do it for a lot of their smaller indie type games, not for their mainstay games, unfortunately, if they were to go that route and do something like a Nintendo Pass or something like that. How insane would it be if fucking Nintendo games actually came to Xbox Game Pass. Oh my goodness.
I mean, the landscape of the gaming industry would change if that were to ever happen. Like yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't even know how I'd react. I have no idea how I'd even react because, again, the landscape, it was almost like when Sony took out Sega, the landscape of the gaming industry changed because then we got Microsoft in the fold. So, I mean, that is a monumental shift in the gaming industry if that does happen.
Yeah, or I mean, even Game Pass on the Switch console would still be fucking huge. I mean, that's bringing your Xbox console everywhere with you, and then on top of that, you're still be able to play your Nintendo games. Dude, that would be insane.
Yeah, I mean, again, I wish I could say more, but I don't know. I have no comment on it because it's that, again, insane if that were to happen.
Well, the rumor is they've been talking to each other about something, helping each other with something. We don't exactly know what it is. And I think we're going to find out what it is at E3.
Yeah. Again, I'm excited. Again, it's back. Again, I did not enjoy everything kind of getting split up, with the conferences. So I'm excited. You're going to have, I believe, Saturday is Ubisoft. Xbox and Nintendo have yet to schedule theirs. All these other developers have yet to schedule theirs. But at least we'll have days and times of the event, and we can enjoy it rather than June so-and-so is Xbox and July so-and-so is this day. So at least we get some consistent days, and at least we get to watch all day because I miss doing that. I miss watching E3 all day.
E3 is going to be June 12th to the 15th.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited to watch gameplay trailers all day, while I work and on the weekend and stuff. So I'm super excited that it's back. Even though it's digital, again, super excited that E3 is back.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see. Well, I think I'm more excited than anything for Xbox. We're at the new generation. Phil said, expect great things this year. Expect more exclusives over the next few years. So I'm really excited to see what Phil's going to do.
Yeah, I mean, Phil Spencer, obviously, of course, has done a great job since taking over Microsoft. So I'm excited to see that. I'm excited. Again, we talked about Take-Two. We talked about WB. We talked about a lot of developers. I get the one developer I'm happy that's not there is EA because, who gives a shit? EA's conferences the last several years have been ass anyway, so
we don't want to see no fucking Need for Speed again. Some dude playing Need for Speed.
So that's a good point too. Maybe a new Mortal Kombat game, but how about this? How about a new Injustice game? That could be another option there. I love the Injustice games. Maybe WB will announce the new Injustice, the Snyder cut. How about that? But do we have anything else we want to add? Or
no? I think we pretty much covered all of that, and then of course as we go see Mortal Kombat tomorrow, we'll definitely get feedback next episode.
Next episode, we will also want to announce next episode we are going to have a guest, someone in the video game industry will be joining us on our podcast, and the hint is, let's just say, we'll get you hyped up for Resident Evil. So let's just say that. But 70th episode, really quickly, Dan, 70. We are 30 away from 100. Whenever that happens, I'm sure we'll have something planned. But of course, this summer as well, we'll get to it. But we are going to have our 6th year anniversary as well for the podcast. So we'll have something special for that. The last one for our live audience, we had our 69th episode. This one is 70.
Yeah,
but so we're back.
70th episode. A lot going on. The 30 more.
We got 30 more. We have our 6th anniversary. Of course, you guys can listen to this. Thank you for our live audience that joined us, of course, on Twitch. For our audio audience, if you ever want to join us live and join the conversation, we are, check out our socials, IOMB5, Instagram. We stream on Twitch bi-weekly, 8 p.m. Eastern time. that's when you could check our schedules and stuff like that when we stream our podcast. Our next episode is going to be Tuesday, May 4th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. May the 4th be with you as well. But yeah, if you ever want to join our live audience, twitch.tv /In Our Mom's Basement. And of course, this episode can be listened to if you go to innermomsbasement.com, all podcasting platforms, Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, Google, all that type of fun stuff.
Yes. And then we got some new merch too.
We do.
I guess that's it, man. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of the night, and hopefully everyone enjoys Mortal Kombat tomorrow. Let us know what you think on our Twitter.
Yes, absolutely. Let us know. We'd love to. You know what, Dan? I think we should post a review tomorrow on our Twitter. What do you say?
Yeah, I'll definitely join you on that.
Alrighty, perfect. And I screwed up, Dan. This is actually episode. Someone in our chat was right. I'm sorry. This is episode 68. So I stand corrected. It's my fault, everybody. We are on episode 68. So I apologize. But
68. Yeah. Well, it's okay. It happens, Thursday nights.
I was excited. I was excited to finally have a conversation, to have our podcast again. It's been a while since you and I were together. So I got a little overexcited. I'm like, oh, it's 70, but no, wait a minute. It's 68. But get excited. Our next episode is episode 69. So there you go. There's a monumental number.
69 for the Resident Evil episode. I like it.
Yeah, there we go. But thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you guys. Have a wonderful night.
You've just listened to the In Our Mom's Basement, a video game podcast with your hosts Dan Giofue and Rage Quit Pat. Subscribe to our podcast on iTunes or Google Play. See you in the next episode.